So in child's pose, begin your ujjayi breath. So your knees are wide. And stretch your hands out in front of you. And your forehead comes down toward the mat. And if, like, your forehead doesn't get to the mat, you could put a block up under your head. And the whole time you're letting your hips sit down more toward your heels. And what this does is lengthens your spine, lengthens out through the side parts of your body, and gets you grounded into your practice, onto your mat, grounded and present for the here and now. And that's why we come and do yoga, to live in the now, because there's not really anything else but now. If you haven't already, begin your ujjayi pranayama. And that's just a deep inhalation and exhalation out of your nose, and tighten up your throat. And I said it's just, like in yoga, there's never just. I mean, it either is or it isn't. So do breathe into your nose, and do tighten up your throat, and create this powerful breath that takes you through your practice today. Curl your toes, lift your hips up, and make your way into downward facing dog. When you look back past your feet, check that your feet are hip distance apart. And go ahead, yes, walk your dog out. Bend one knee, and then bend the other knee. And keep your ujjayi pranayama, that deep breath into your belly, out through your nose. And spread each finger wide. Press down into each knuckle mound. And spread your toes wide. Lift all 10 toes right now up and off of your mat. Spread them wide and then put them back down. Yeah, feel your mat below you. You pick this mat out. It's yours. Make your imprint in it right now. Lift the pit of your belly. Your Uddiyana Bandha here. Lift the pit of your belly up and into your spine. Take a deep inhale. Exhale out. Deep inhale into your belly, Uddiyana Bandha. Exhale out. Look forward and step to the front of your mat. Right foot, right hand, left foot to left hand. Grab opposite elbows and hang in ragdoll. And while you're hanging out down there, check out your feet. Check that they're at 12 o'clock. So they're facing towards the front of the room. Press your inner ankles back, like the insides of your feet. Press them back towards the wall behind you. At the same time, press the outer edges of your heels down. And we do that just to get the sensation of our inner thighs pressing back towards the wall behind you. You lift the pit of your belly in and up a little bit more, and as you do, exhale, fold deeper. And what's your name?
Kelly.
Kelly has already started swaying side to side, so you guys can do that. If it feels good, like open up your left and your right hip as you sway. Little micro bend in your knees. Release your hands down to the mat. Inhale, reach all the way up, Tadasana. Reach your hands up to the heavens, like pretend there's nothing over our head right now, just sky and sunshine and maybe stars. Right here, turn your outer pinkies in, like your pinkies turn in toward each other, and pull your shoulders away from your ears. Yeah. You're standing in your Tadasana, your true north alignment. Like, don't you feel victorious and powerful here? Yeah. and ready for anything, we come into these stances, these poses that, there are poses that are made to make us feel certain ways. And this is like a, oh, joyful. Yeah? Like tada, sana, oh, joyful. Bring your hands to heart center. You can take your gaze out in front of you, your gaze, your drishti, or take it to your fingertips. We'll begin our class with just one Om. Om is a sound heard in the universe. It brings us into community, into oneness, into community. Take a deep breath in. Exhale everything out. And the inhale for Om. Tadasana, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring your hands to your shins. Stretch the crown of your head away and take a look like out in front of your feet, like a foot and a half. And stay here just for a moment, engaging, reaching your tailbone to the back of the room, the crown of your head away, and pull your shoulder blades into your spine. Take another deep inhale. Exhale, fold all the way. Inhale, rise up, Tadasana, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold all the way. Halfway lift, Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Now breathe in. Exhale out. And I just realized what day it is. Tomorrow is the end of tax day. Emmeline's here, and that reminded me of that. And she's probably ready to Tadasana, right? When taxes are over. Telling you what, there's always something to celebrate about. So celebrate now. Celebrate that you can be here on your mat and in this practice. Inhale deeply. Exhale it all out. Look forward and jump to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to Tadasana. Tada! Hallelujah! Wonderful day. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. So step to higher, jump to low. Inhale, up, dog, press your heart forward. Exhale, hips up and back, downward dog. Home base, like reset point. Notice how your breath comes in and out of your nose. And when you do that, you become present to the now. Not the I gotta, not the I shoulda, but the I am. And look forward, make your way to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bring your big toe mounds to touch and sit into chair. The I am of I am strong. The maybe I am happy to be in chair. And the best way to be in chair is to smile or laugh or giggle. Like you think positive and then positive things happen. And sit a little deeper. Press your inner thighs down to the mat. Press your feet down firmly. Lift your heart up. Are you breathing? Yeah, that helps. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. And upward facing dog. Press your heart forward. Downward dog. Uddiyana Bandha as you go back. Right side, warrior one. Right foot to right hand. Ground in your feet. Rise up. And turn the outer blade edge of your left foot down towards the mat. Yeah. So it's like the back of your left foot is this blade, your pinky edge is cutting into the mat. So lift the inner arch of your left foot up. And pull your right hip back, left hip forward. And squeeze your inner thighs together. Right thigh turns down, left thigh turns down or up, back. Relax your shoulders. Yeah. No tension in yoga. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Inhale. Downward dog. Exhale. Left side, warrior one. Left foot, left hand. Ground and rise. Lift up like you're light. And exhale, sit down. Plant like you're a tree that's going into the ground and you're going to stay here firmly. And sit a little deeper. Like, I said no tension in yoga, but yeah, it comes into places, right? Yeah, but that's why we're here, to breathe into those spots and wipe the tension away. And the tension physically, the tension mentally. Sit a bit deeper. Inhale. Exhale, you flow. High to low plank. Upward facing dog. Inhale. Downward dog. Exhale. 3 loving breaths. Notice how your body begins to warm up. Maybe the heat from around you or the heat from within. On the bottom of your third exhale, bend your knees and hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sit back in the chair. Thunderbolt. On your exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, Uddiyana Bandha. Downward dog. Right side, warrior one. Inhale, rise up. On your exhale, you flow, chaturanga. Up dog, down dog. Left side, warrior one. Be firm in your foundation as you rise up. And when you flow, plant your hands and you go. Exhale, you flow. Exhale, flow. Inhale, open up. Exhale, down dog. Yeah, so you know that like each movement comes with a breath. It helps to connect your body, your mind, the physical and the mental. So you think inhale, expand, exhale, contract. Right now, exhale, look forward, jump to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Sit back into chair. Utkatasana. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Up dog, expand. Down dog, contract. Right side, warrior one, expand, come up. Exhale, chaturanga, contract. Up dog, expand, press your heart forward. Down dog, contract. Uddiyana Bandha, left side, expand, left foot, left hand, rise. Exhale, flow. Up dog, inhale, expand. Down dog, exhale, contract. And step your feet about halfway into your mat. Bring your big toe mounds together and take your knees out wide. Plant your hands firmly onto the ground and then start just kicking up. Kick your feet up. Maybe your bum comes up over your shoulders. It's called frog jumps, like leapfrog. Yeah, that's it. Keep jumping. When you jump, pull your heels into your bum. Maybe you'll get a little hang time with your hips over your shoulders. Yeah, Ujjayi breath. Keep breathing. Uddiyana Bandha. And then also think about hugging your outer ribs in, your outer serratus in. Yeah, 3 more jumps. You've got this. 3 more jumps. You can do anything for 3 more jumps. Chaturanga or down dog. Yeah, so you flow or just go to down dog. Ooh, awesome, yogis. Bring your big toe mounds to touch. Lift your right foot up. Bend your right knee. And right away, open your hips up into this fire hydrant like a big Great Dane. So bend your knee, bend your knee. Yeah, like a big Great Dane at a fire hydrant. You've seen a dog at a fire hydrant. They seem pretty happy to be there, like they're really stretching out and getting the job done. Stay here or flip on over. Take your right foot down, lift your right hand up and pull your shoulder blades in toward each other. So you decide, stay in your fire, in your 3-legged dog, or go into your flip dog. 1 more deep breath. Yeah, flip it on back over, down dog, big toe mounds to touch. Lift your left foot up, bend your knee, open your hips up on this side. Your left heel reaches back to your right shoulder. Long stretch down the left side of your body. Decide, stay here or flip it on over now. If you're flipping it over, ground both feet firmly down and lift your hips up a little bit higher. Like, you know what? Alicia, if you can see the wall behind you, you can go into this full wheel. Yeah, you got it. Just go. Yes. And be here. Press down, lift up, pull your shoulder blades together. 1 more breath. Flip it on back over. Downward facing dog. Woohoo! You guys rock. Lift your right foot up to hip height. Yeah. Flexion in your right foot. So your toes are reaching back towards your knees, like you're standing on the ground. Yeah. Rock forward, bring your knee to your nose. See if you can kiss your knee. Yeah, take your foot back to the wall behind you. Rock forward, knee to nose again. Take your foot back to wall behind you. Rock forward, knee to your nose. Hold it, and then strap your foot all the way through for crescent lunge. The choice is, yogis, you can have a straight left leg, or you can bend your knee and let it come down to the mat. But everyone, reach your hands up towards the ceiling. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sit your hips deeper. And then see about stacking your left heel directly over your toes. Yeah, so that means you might have to stretch your feet farther apart. Yes, awesome, yogis. Bring your hands to heart center, twist to the right. And then bring your left arm bone on the outside of your right thigh. So you're coming and using your leg as like this lever, and you lift your chest up off your thigh. A full lengthen from your left heel to the crown of your head and pull your left rib forward, right rib back. Yeah. I think of this pose like you're a wash rag. I had to wash dishes today and I wrung out the rag. And so I'm like wringing out all the water from the rag. You do this in this pose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. 1 more deep inhale. Exhale everything. Inhale, rise up, warrior 2, because you want those good looking thighs for the beach next week, right? Yeah, so check your right knee. Make sure it's tracking towards your right pinky toe. And then everybody take your gaze over your right fingertips, like forget about the mirror. Like we get so intent and like how do we look that we should be able to like depend on our intuition of how we are. Relax your shoulders. Extended side angle. Bring your right elbow to your right knee. And reach your left hand all the way past your ear. Spread your fingers wide, like reach to the front of the room. See if you can sit deeper, 90-degree angle in your right leg. Yeah. Stay here or reach both hands to the front of the room. Yeah, like you're holding a beach ball at the beach. And twist your right rib forward, left rib back. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward, thank God, home base, loving dog. Isn't that crazy? I love how things switch when we start. Like when you first came in here and did your first downward dog, you were like, oh God, this is tight, this is intense. And then when you just came into that downward dog, it's like, thank God I get to go into downward dog. How easily we can change our perspective. Lift your left leg up. Flexion in your left foot. So engage your left thigh into your left hip. Uddiyana Bandha here. Rock forward, bring your knee to your nose, and then press your foot back to the wall behind you. Rock forward, knee to nose. See if your nose can touch your knee. Take your foot back to the wall behind you. Rock forward again, knee to nose. Hold it there. And then quietly step all the way through for crescent lunge. Yeah. Reach your hands up. And then sit your bum down. And notice that one side might be completely different from the other. If you need to take a knee down to the mat here, you can. But if you can keep your knee up, you must. Yeah, if you can, you always must. Sit 2 inches deeper in your left leg. So create that upside down L, that backward 7 in your left leg. Hug your inner thighs in toward each other. Exhale, bring your hands to the heart. Inhale. Exhale, twist to your left. And then check it out. Is your Uddiyana Bandha touching your thigh? Lift it up off your thigh. Yeah. So engage there, lift up, and then from there twist, right rib forward, left rib back. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist. You can let your thumbs press into your sternum, stack your elbows, and twist to your fullest here. Unclench your lips. Yeah. Unclench your eyes, unclench your mind. Inhale, rise up, warrior 2. Come into your power of warrior 2. Like one of my friends in Savannah, her name is Bizza, and she's doing this class called BizFit. And she's like, people are scared. It's okay to be scared, just so you do it anyway. Being scared and being courageous. You can be scared and courageous. You just do it. Check your left foot. Make sure it's at 12 o'clock. Sit a little deeper. Extended side angle. Bring your left elbow to your left knee. Right hand, reach up and past your ear. And take your palm face down and spread your fingers wide. And tuck your tailbone down. And sit a little deeper into your left leg. And if you have the courage today, reach both hands to the front of the room. Even if it means you fall out. Yeah, try it just for a second. 2 more breaths. You've got it, yogis. 1 more breath. Chaturanga, you go. You're all courageous. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Look forward, step or jump to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Sit into chair. Inhale, sit your bum down, lift your heart up. Be grounded in your chair. Be grounded. Press your feet down. Hug your outer shins in. And then pull your shoulder blades into your spine. Yeah. And check your tailbone. Tuck your tailbone down, like no duck butts here. Oddly enough, like Utkatasana means duck in like some other language, like Russian or something. How weird is that, right? Tuck your tailbone down. Bring your hands to heart center. Twist to the right. And then check your knees out. Your left knee has a tendency to pop in front of your left. So pull it back into alignment. Yeah, and then sit down a little lower. And then press your thumbs into your sternum. Pull your left rib forward, your right rib back. 2 more breaths, yogis. You can do anything for 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. On your exhale, fold down, especially when the yoga instructor's right behind you, right? Feet hip distance apart. Grab your big toes. Padagustasana. On your exhale, fold. Fold, 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 and let your head drop. Let the junk drop. The junk drop out of your head. Like whatever baggage you came in here today, just let it drip off. Land on your mat, and I'm sure you'll go home and like wash your mat off and it'll be gone forever. You didn't need it anyway. Release your toes, toe heel your feet together and sit back into chair, Utkatasana. Bring your hands to heart center, sit a little bit lower, then begin to twist to the left. Bring your right arm bone on the outside of your left thigh. And press your feet down firmly. Maybe put a little more weight into your heels. And then sit your bum lower. Yeah. Right rib forward, left rib back. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Right rib forward, left rib back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Feet hip distance apart. Padahastasana. So palms face up and stand on your hands. Yeah, your toes come up to your wrist creases. Bend your knees a lot. And then be courageous. Drop your head and lift your heels. Yeah. So what does that feel like you today in your body? Does it feel like you're scared and you're going to fall over? Does it feel like, oh, maybe just one heel up today? Yeah, you try. You be courageous right now. And don't stop breathing. Bring your heels back down. Release your hands out from under your feet. Ready, set, crow. So jump back or put your hands down and bring your big toe mounds to touch, your knees wide. You're creating chaturanga arms here. So you're powerful in this pose. You squeeze your inner thighs into your arm bones. And your feet are just hanging out behind you. You don't have to look at them. Look out in front of you. Yeah. If tripod headstand is in your practice, decide, are you going into tripod to get out of crow? Or do you really need to do a tripod today? You decide. Uddiyana Bandha, wherever you're going. If crow is not your passion today, you can take your feet wide on your mat and come into Malasana. 5 more breaths wherever you are. 5 more long yogi breaths. So Kelly, take your feet wider, 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 wider. See if you could take them wide enough that you can get your, heels down to the mat. Good. All right, 1 more breath. Everyone, chaturanga, high to low plank. Inhale, up dog. Lift the sides of your mouth. Exhale, down dog. Lift your butt. Yeah. Look forward, step or jump to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sit back into chair. I've been beginning to tell myself that I get to do things like it's testing this week in school. Instead of, oh my God, I've got to do testing, it's I get to do testing. So you get to do chair right now. Bring your hands to heart center, twist to the right. Wow, another twisting chair you get to do. Bring your left arm bone on the outside of your right thigh. Keep pressing down into your right foot and just lift your left foot up off of the mat. Woo. Yeah, stay there with your left foot lifted off the mat or reach it back just into the air. Reach it back towards the wall behind you. Still twisting here. Still twisting. Then slowly take your hands down to the mat. Keep your left leg reaching back. Yeah, left leg back, standing splits. Outer pinky toe of your left foot turns down. You decide right here, hands on the mat, or let your hands grab your ankle, your calf, or begin to jump up into handstand. And breathe, Uddiyana Bandha. Slowly begin to take your left foot back to meet your right. Sit into Utkatasana. Bring your hands to heart center, sit lower, and twist towards the left. So get your foundation first. Ground into your feet. Firmly plant your right arm bone into your left thigh. Lengthen through your spine. Keep your left foot grounded. Just gently lift your right heel up. Now squeeze your inner thighs together. Keep the twist going. Then press your right foot back to the wall behind you. Yeah, this is like a flamingo pose. Stay here for the inhale. On your exhale, keep your right leg up. Take your hands down to the mat, standing split. So hands down and right leg up. On each exhale, bring your chest a little bit more towards your left thigh or your right thigh. Yeah, your left thigh. And keep your hips in alignment so your right hip comes down to meet the left. Standing splits or into handstand or holding your ankle. 2 more breaths here. And slowly bring your left foot to meet the right. Hang in ragdoll or ball up your fist and give yourself just a little bit of a massage. Yeah. All right, bring your hands to your hips. Squeeze your elbows in towards your spine. Ground in your feet and slowly inhale, rise up, yogis. Ground down into your left foot. Lift your right leg up and press your foot to the room in front of you. The wall in front of you. Yeah, go ahead, reach your hands up towards the ceiling. And then from right there, check that your shoulders and your hips are still in alignment. And then if you can straighten your leg out, then pulse your toes up towards the ceiling for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up, and then lift 2 inches higher. Yeah, keep your shoulders over your hip as you do. Bend your knees, shoot your leg back for airplane here. And so airplane or full Virabhadrasana 3. Virabhadrasana 3, you reach your hands to the front of the room, palms face each other. Airplane, your hands reach back, palms face down. Can you straighten your leg, your right leg out? Like you're standing on a wall behind you? And slowly begin to rise back up. And as you do, plant your right foot, bring your left leg up. And reach your hands up towards the ceiling. Press your left leg towards the wall in front of you. Think about getting longer in the spine here. So ground in your right heel, Uddiyana Bandha. Lengthen in your spine. And then pulse your left leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift it 50 feet higher. And bend your knee. Airplane or Virabhadrasana 3 on this side. Uddiyana Bandha, nice as slow as you go. I mean, I know like planes fly fast, but you think of the pilots, they are at ease. They make their decisions with precise ease. So ease into poses. Little up dog here in your chest. Lift your chest a little higher. And then slowly inhale, rise back up. Tree on your right. Ground down into your left leg. Lift your right foot up above or below your knee. And then press your knee away to the right. Like your hips are in alignment and your knee is opening up. And go ahead and reach your hands up. Reach them up. And pull your shoulders away from your ears. Yes. Keep grounding into your left foot, pressing your right foot into your left thigh, and then maybe you take a little back bend here. And press your heart up. Maybe you find a little spot on the ceiling and you walk your eyes back a little bit farther. You go, oh, that's cool, but what's behind that? You walk your eyes back a little bit farther, and then all of a sudden you've walked all the way back that you're in a wheel now. It could happen, I promise. Slowly come back to center. Take your right foot down. Tree on the other side. Lift your left leg up. Press it firmly into your right leg. Open your knee up to the left. And tuck your tailbone down. Now, if you find that you might be wobbly here, make your base wider. Spread your toes wider. This time, interlace your fingers. Press your inner knuckles up towards the ceiling. Pull your shoulders back away from your ears. And then you begin to go into this bend where your heart raises and your tailbone tucks. And you expand like a beautiful tree at springtime. Beautiful tree, excited and happy and courageous. Slowly begin to release and make your way back to the tip top of your mat. Exhale, fold down. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Right side, warrior two. Yeah, so you have already done a warrior two. Like 2 of them already today, so this one should feel like pretty good. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Think about planting your feet down firmly. Actually, right here, right now, take your right foot and move it about a half a foot towards the front of your mat. Just a little bit more, widening your stance. Then straighten your right leg. Bring your hand down to something. Just so your hand's directly under your shoulder. And you've got this awesome space in the right side of your body. And also in the left side of your body. And tuck your tailbone down. You can keep your shoulders in alignment, or you can begin to open up, reaching your left shoulder back towards the wall behind you. And take 3 deep breaths here. You can do anything for 3 breaths, right? On your 3rd breath, ground into each toe. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, warrior two to the back of the room. Take your block with you. Yeah. So change your perspective like we did when we came into our down dog after a few chaturangas. Change your perspective. Spread your toes wide on your left foot. Make your base wide. Yeah, so on this side, scoot your left foot about a half a foot more forward. I'll tell you why in a second. Then begin to straighten your left leg. Bring your left hand down and reach your right hand up. So the reason that we take our legs wider is like if our legs are closer together, They're doing more of the work. If your legs are wider, you got a little more Uddiyana Bandha going on. And we want our abs to look good for the beach, right? Yeah. Strong abs, strong back. And the inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist a little bit more if you're twisting in this pose. Yes. Inhale, slowly rise back up, warrior two, because you can. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, sit deeper. Inhale, straighten your left leg, turn your left foot in the same direction as your right. On your exhale, fold all the way down. Bring your hands down to the mat. And so let your fingers go in the same direction as your toes, like you're creating chaturanga arms again. So like your hands are directly under your shoulders and your fingers are, in alignment with your toes. Then drop your head. Yeah, if your head doesn't get to the mat, you could take a block up under your head. Or maybe bend your knees. And come into this place that your hips and your ankles are in alignment. You remember when you were standing on your hands and you lifted your heels up? Yeah, it's that scary place. It's that courageous place. Breathe. Ujjayi pranayama. Prana means life. Prana means breath. You cannot have one without the other. If you're in tripod headstand or an egg, take one more breath. And everyone begin to plant your feet firmly down into the mat. And inhale, rise all the way up. Warrior two, back to the front of the house. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it all out. Look forward and jump your feet all the way through to come on your backs. Yeah. And then set up for bridge. Bend your knees. Take your feet hip distance apart. Starting with restorative bridge. So lift your hips up. Take your block and put the block up under your sacrum. Whichever height works best for you. If you're new, the lowest. If you want a little more, set it a little higher. Just make sure it's right under your sacrum. And there are your feet hip distance apart. Make them 12 o'clock. Bring your hands down by your side. Notice how the breath rises in and out of your nostrils, into your chest. You can still press your chest towards the back of the room. Pull your chin into your chest and reach the crown of your head away. On your inhale, lift your hips up off of your block. Keep your hips up and just remove your block. Yeah. So the best way to do that is ground in your feet. Yeah. Press your inner thighs down towards the mat. Press your inner ankles down towards the mat. Maybe even walk your shoulder blades in toward each other. Notice that your breathing gets a little tighter here. You've got a little throat lock going on. That's okay. That's good for your thyroid. On your exhale, slowly let your hips come back down to the mat. On your inhale, go up, bridge your wheel. Like inhale and go. Like don't wait. Don't think about, oh, I'm going to do this. Oh, I've got to fix that. You just go. Remember you're a kid. Oh, water, I'm jumping in. Go, jump in. Press down, rise up. 2 more breaths. Squeeze your shoulder blades in. Press your feet down. Chin to chest. Slowly lower back down. Take a deep inhale. Exhale it all out. Inhale, go up again. Jump in the water. Get wet. Get fun. Breathe. Shoulder blades in. Press down. Tuck your tailbone. Breathe for 5, 9, angel, love, 2, joy. Chin to your chest, slowly lower back down. Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of your feet together. And a hand, like I like my hand somewhere on my body, mostly like my heart and my stomach, so I can feel the swirling going in. You decide what feels best to you right now. Slowly hug your right knee into your chest. Hug your left knee into your chest. Hug both knees into your chest. Rock side to side, little back massage. I love this part. And then rock forward and back 2 or 3 times, coming into Navasana, boat. It's a boat. You can come forward. You can have your feet on, your tippy toes on the ground. Or you could take your heels up and have your hands behind your knees. Or you could take your hands away from your knees and straighten your legs out. Or you could take your hands up to the ceiling. Like, how many different boats are there in the world, right? You can be one of them. You can also be a barge, low boat, lower. Hover your feet, hover your shoulders. Come back up, high boat. Exhale, low boat. Everybody exhale, low boat. Inhale, come back up, high boat. Exhale, low boat. Inhale, high boat. Exhale, low boat. Inhale, back up, high boat. And you're like a shrimp boat now. So bring your hands together and take your hands over to the right. And you're going to pick up shrimp on the right. And you're going to pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it over to the left. There's some shrimp over there. Pulse 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. High boat, low boat, no boat. Yeah, there's always drama in abs. Hug your knees into your chest. Whew. Rock it side to side. All right, take both feet down to the mat. Take your right ankle over your left knee. Keep flexion in your right ankle and grab your left thigh. Hug it into your chest. So this is called sleepy pigeon, half pigeon. And keep both feet flexed and then let your shoulders rest onto the mat. And whatever you do, don't stop breathing. Like you're working on your hips now, working on opening up your hips. So you need your breath to work out those mental toxins. Yeah. And like, this should be doing something for everyone. If it's not, you can hug your right leg into your chest like you're cradling a baby and stretch your left leg out. Relax in your shoulders. Where's your tongue? Take it off the roof of your mouth. Yeah, Emlyn. She smiled. It was there, right? From here, slowly take your left heel back down to the mat. Leave your right heel where it is. And just let your right foot drop over to the left. So you're planting your right foot firmly. You're keeping it on your knee and planting your right foot firmly down, solid on the mat. Yeah, right? And so you feel it in the right hip and like back through your right bum. Ooh, I remember the first time I did this one. It's like, oh, that's yummy. Twisting out the junk. Sometimes we don't even know we have it, don't even know we're holding on to it, and then all of a sudden, whoa! And then we come here and get rid of it. And slowly begin to bring your knees back to center and switch the other way. So your right foot comes down, your left ankle comes over your right knee. Make sure you flex both feet and then hug your right thigh into your chest. You can take behind your right thigh, take your shin, then let your shoulders relax back as much as possible. And you decide where your fullest is here. If it's hugging on to your left leg and straightening out your right leg. You know that like one side might be a little tighter than another. And slowly begin to let your left foot come over to the right. Yeah, see if you can keep your shoulders onto the mat as much as, yeah, you can let go of your right leg and yeah, keep your shoulders on your mat as much as possible. That's it. Awesome. And keep your left knee pressing away. So you should feel it down the left hip flexor. And slowly begin to hug your knees back into your chest. And I'm welcoming you to take waterfall tonight as a restorative of like we've been through hell with taxes and we're almost done, it's almost over. A restorative of I'm a little seed at springtime and I'm about to come up. So for waterfall, you take a block up under your hips and press your feet up towards the ceiling and bring your hands down by your side, palms face up. If you need something a little bit more, maybe come into shoulder stand. Yeah, so lift your bum up over your head. Bring your hands to the back of your shoulders and reach your toes up towards the ceiling. You point your toes here. If there's another inversion your body says do now, then do it now. So Kelly, turn your palms face up. Yeah. So that's an opening of the heart when we do that. If you are in shoulder stand, bring your feet back behind your head. Waterfall, stay right where you are. Shoulder stand, bend your knees, bring your knees to your ears. And then everyone slowly begin to curl out and lower your feet down towards the mat. And stretch your feet out. Or maybe take one last little twisting pose, maybe happy baby if your body's calling for it. We've come into this last pose. This last pose is called Shavasana. It's called corpse pose. It's called final rest. There's nothing left to be done here. So spread out your feet, your hands onto the mat. I'm bringing a cool cloth around, cool lavender cloth. Take a deep breath in. And open your mouth, stick your tongue out, let it go. Deep rest. And slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Waken up your body again to this full and fresh new you. Slowly begin to make your way onto your right hand side. And when you're ready, use your strong arms to come to a comfortable seated position at the front of your mat. And close your eyes again. And bring your hands to heart center. We'll seal our class with one final Om. Take a deep inhale. Exhale everything out. And inhale for Om. May you live in peace, love, joy, and may you be courageous. Namaste. Good work, yogis. Yay. You are so welcome. I think it recorded. I think I may still be recording.